Love Hurts has just dropped here in the UK, starring Kiwi Quan. This is a one where it's got incredible action, cinematography, and the choreography is great, along with a very likeable main performance, but everything else is an absolute stinker. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for taking your own time out to hear my thoughts on Love Hurts. Now, this is a one I knew nothing about. I didn't see a trailer going into it, so I went completely blind. Hearing that it was clocked in less than 90 minutes, so I was like, well, hey, I'm all on board for this. If you don't know what the story of Love Hurts is all around, it starts on a character called Marvin, who's played by Kiwi Quan, who is essentially a realtor. His past comes back to haunt him, sucking him back into the world of crime when his love flame, you can call it, Rose, is alive, and his brother, who's played by Daniel Wu, called Knuckles, is out to chase him and his love interest of Rose. And I, on one hand, found this movie to be okay. Now, when I said in the intro about amazing cinematography, in terms of when we get these action set pieces, they're not shaky camera. The camera's kind of set up on one location, or it's slowly following the characters around. There's some really cool shots inside of a microwave and a fridge, that's all I'll say. And I really dug that aspect. I think it was really well done, honed and crafted. And of course, with Jonathan Eusebio, the director, mainly known for doing a lot of stunt work, you can clearly tell that he put the love and passion into that choreography and action set pieces to give the audience a very fun time watching that. And I did. I had a fun time with those action sequences. But Kiwi Quan is definitely the highlight of Love Hurts, which I'm not really surprised. He's the main focal point on the poster, and by all rights he should be. He's very likeable, charismatic, entertaining, and he definitely brings the energy to this movie. The final positive I have is we have a couple of side characters who is working for Knuckles and these henchmen that he calls out, and they get basically a lot of screen time in these action set pieces with Kiwi Quan's character of Marvin. They're very likeable, entertaining, they're silly and goofy, but I was all in for it. Now, besides that, unfortunately, this is where my negatives come into play. The story is absolutely hollow, and also feels a little bit kind of convoluted than what it actually generally really needed to be. There's backstabbles, there's twists, there's turn, betrayals, and I was just like, this is a bit goofy now. You know, we could have just had a simple, streamlined plot where I feel like we definitely needed a few less characters to give our remaining main cast a bit of story and background. Apart from Kiwi Quan's character, we don't really learn anything about anyone else, and I think it's a real shame because Daniel Wu, who plays the main antagonist here of Knuckles, we learn nothing about the guy apart from that he's brothers with him. I'm just like, so he's kind of like a mustache twirly villain who you don't really care about. You don't feel menacing at all. He doesn't get any chance to really shine. And Ariana DeBose is awful. Flat out, she is terrible in Love Hurts. The fact that the script and dialogue, I think, definitely lets her down, because I checked online and 3 people wrote Love Hurts. And it's one of these focal points where I've said this before on the channel, I've said this on live streams, with a simple movie like this, how does it take 3 people to write that movie? It absolutely blows my mind. But it's just lets the movie down. And it's just a misfire. The story I couldn't care about. There wasn't really one to start with. And by the time it ended, I was like, yeah, I walked away with that, having a fun time with the action sequences and Kiwi Kwan's role, because he does well. But everything else, straight down the toilet. So my overall score would be a 2 stars out of 5. Have you seen Love Hurts? Is it the one that even interests you? Well, let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. I would also like to invite you guys, if you haven't already, to click over here and check out more videos of mine that you may have missed. Until next time that I see you guys, I'll be seeing you later.